welcome to all you Geminis. Here's your monthly horoscope for November 2015, and you are a mutable sign, and this is a crucial month for you, a mutable sign, as well as Sagittarius, as well as Pisces, as well as Virgo. But let's talk about you, shall we? And so this is a month of truth. I tell that to all the signs. Why? Because there are two very stressful aspects going on. And whenever there is some stress going on, it always shows, haha, after that stress comes the release, doesn't it? And that's good. That's good because you are a Gemini, and Geminis they want to proceed. They want to go on with their lives. And they will. You will. Probably towards the end of the month. So because there's a whole month that is like a building up towards around the 25th of the month. And guess what? Around the 25th, there's a full moon in your sign, Gemini. That's your sign, isn't it? And having a full moon there means lots of culminations, lots of release, lots of thank God. Now I know what I know, whether I like it or not, I can proceed. This is the energy for the month of November. So let's break this down into a couple of things here. First of all, Neptune squaring Saturn. I've been talking about this aspect for a year now, and it comes to its culmination now in November. Why? Because at 7 degrees, so if you've got planets in Gemini around 7 degrees, you will feel it more. If you've got like planets at the very end of Gemini, like 28 degrees, maybe it's your birthday at the very end of Gemini, then you will feel it a bit less. So it depends. But bottom line is very simple. Neptune is the planet of idealism. It's the planet where we can deceive ourselves or others. And Saturn is reality. It's like, hey, this is what's going on here. That's why truth is coming in for everyone. And whereas Neptune has been in your 10th house. So there could have been, when it comes to work, when it comes to parents, when it comes to government, when it comes to authorities, bosses, there has been some unclearness. Maybe there has been some, and it's on the axis of the 10th and the 4th. So it could either be, it's home and family, these axes, that maybe there were some things that weren't clear, maybe things that you didn't see, or you unconsciously or consciously, you didn't want to look at. And now Saturn is coming and is knocking on the door and saying, hey, this is the truth. So Gemini is a double sign, So the old, I remember my mother is a Gemini. I remember she had this little statue of two angels, and the one was going to the left and the other was going to the right. That is showing the duality of a Gemini. It's its strength as well, seeing it all. But now Saturn is saying, hey, not to the left, not to the right, get real. And this is the path, and this is reality. And it does not do that to hurt you. It does do that, or it's like, you could say, the universe, or God if you like, is doing this to get you back on track and to move, to get you back on, to get you back on track, actually. So that's a good thing. But truth is sometimes painful. For others, it will be, yay, now, this wasn't what I expected. So it depends on your individual chart, as always, with these horoscopes. So, and Saturn is in your 7th house. So who is going to show you the truth? Probably someone significant in your life, your loved one. Or if you are single, someone you look up to, maybe a colleague, maybe a mentor, is going to show you some truth. And so it's going to show you also the responsibility that you have towards a relationship, towards a connection, towards maybe a business partner if you have. So that's one thing. Very interesting, but a bit challenging at times. And I mean at times, well, it's actually up until the 25th of November. Then another thing, and another kind of squeezing energy, is the Pluto-Uranus square and the lunar eclipse and Juno. We had a lunar eclipse in September. It was about relationships on a very high general level because it was in Aries and in Libra. So that's, relationship energy. But for you, this happened in very nice houses, in the 5th and in the 11th house. This is the houses of friends, aspirations, that's the 11th house, and the 5th house is your children. It's your creative projects, it's your heart, it's what can give you pleasure in life. So these are nice houses here. And there was something about maybe a friend, maybe about an aspiration, maybe about a child, maybe about a creative project that also came very much truthful towards you, especially in October around the 12th, and especially when, some things about these areas that blew your mind, that you didn't expect. That was the Uranus working. The Uranus, especially the Uranus showed you the truth that you didn't know that was going to be the truth. So this is wave after wave with this energy. So again, in November, there is some release there, because now it's Venus, the planet of love, the planet of value, that is going to meet first Pluto. So it's going to be very intense around something of those areas. And then there's the release, the Uranus, that is going to oppose Venus. So it's a bit the same energy, but it's not that much on a mental level, but it's very much on a feeling level. So there are some things that you will need to work through on a feeling level. You need to go through it, and then you probably will feel what you least expect. That's basically it. And I hope it will be good. For some it will be a bit, I have to adjust here. But that feeling. But for others it will be, it's a surprise, but actually it's a good one. So, and Juno is involved here, the asteroid in Libra, in your 11th house. In your 5th house. And what is Juno? Juno is about commitment. So now you will know the truth about, again, these areas, about children, about aspirations, and so on. You will know the truth. And because you know the truth, you commit to it. So there's a commitment here involved as well. A commitment of, yes, this is a true friend, this is not true friend. This is true about my child, this is not true about my child. This is the truth about my creative project, this is not. And so on. So this is the energy that is coming up. And whilst all these waves that are coming towards us during the month of November, they are blessings. Thank God, there are blessings as well. And the blessing for you is the North Node in the 4th house. So there is, where the North Node in Jupiter is where it's good to focus on. It's good to focus on that area of your life. And it's good to release the other area, which is in Pisces, which is for you, your 10th house, where that Neptune was. So it's good to release some things that consider your identity, that considers your ego when it comes to work, when it comes to your connections with bosses, with authorities, and so on. And it's good to focus a bit more on home, family. What really is, what are you all about? To focus a bit more on that. But this is a beginning of a process. The North Node just went into, just is going to be into Virgo around the middle of November. So this is a process of 18 months. But I already want to mention this because this is where positive energy can come towards you. And last but not least, your full moon. So a full moon in your sign around the 25th with Sun and with Mercury in your opposite sign. All key areas of your life are going to fall into place, you Geminis. And I hope try to be strong, that you can carry that. And I think you will, because it's good what is going to proceed after that, okay? Especially when it comes to that 4th house. Thank you so much.